Devin, what are we doing? We already recorded an episode. We're done. The credits rolled. The music played. Why are we still here?
Well, The Lakes, that's out.
Yeah.
That happened. And the funniest thing about this is yesterday, which was Monday
16th.
the 17th.
17th? Oh my gosh.
Monday the 17th, when we recorded our episodes, I had went out to Target and I said, you know what, Joe? You still haven't gotten your deluxe album yet, and I want to be better than you. So I picked up the physical copy in Target just so I can listen to The Lakes. And I did. It was wonderful. It was glorious. We're going to be talking about our initial reactions to it right now. And then I woke up today, Tuesday the 18th, and it's on Spotify.
To a text from me saying, oh my gosh, Devin, The Lakes is out. And you were like, what?
Of course. I mean, I'm still going to support my girl and get a CD, but just like the intention behind it was just so messed up. She knew.
It's so interesting, too, because I didn't think that this was ever going to hit Spotify or anything like that.
I didn't either, but I guess she's trying to, generate new listens and new plays. And
In a way, it makes sense. Like, why would you not?
Mhm.
Like, it's weird to think of a song now that's not on Spotify for some reason.
What is that album? Like almost a month old now?
No, it's still like it'll be a month next week.
Okay,
Next
but you're
Monday,
still trying to
it'll be a month.
generate relevancy.
Yeah, she's doing like basically what she's doing the reverse of what she usually does, where
Mhm.
in the beginning she'll do like a really long drawn out release. Now she's doing a really long back end of the release where she releases like she also did the Cardigan breakdown video that she
Yeah.
decided to release after we did a whole episode about Cardigan. But I think that will actually lead into what this segment is called, because we might actually do another segment about that Cardigan music video. But we've come up with a new segment with an equally snappy name called Should Have Said So.
We should have said so.
I'm going to let that one rest. All right, cool. This is basically whenever we have to go back and either talk about a topic we missed or new information is presented or something along those lines. If we want to revisit an episode we did before, we're going to maybe tack this segment onto the end of another episode that might be on the shorter side. Or in the case like this, if it's breaking news and it's something we can really quick talk about, we'll throw in a should have said so.
Love it.
So while we're here, we don't want this to go too long. This is just a quick reaction and our quick initial thoughts on The Lakes. But we did have the lyrics. So
when I first read those lyrics on Genius, I think I found them, I was like, how is this gonna sound good? But I should never question Taylor Swift because she always proves me wrong. And when I sat in my roommate's car and I listened to The Lakes for the first time on her CD player, I was stunned. I went, oh my gosh, she did it.
You sent me a video and I was like, Devin, what the heck are you sending me? And it's just your face just going. And I didn't have my audio on, so I was like, Devin, what did you just send me? This is the weirdest butt dial ever. And then I finally turned on my audio and I'm like, oh, she's listening to The Lakes. But also that was the other thing was when I turned it on, I heard that intro and I was like, this isn't a Taylor Swift song. I was like, why is Devin sending me a 1930s phonograph style song? And then it all clicked and I was like, no.
This is it. And then when you listen to the clear version on Spotify today,
I was shocked.
Times.
I listened to it about 10 times in a row. It took a break to listen to Casey Musgrave's album that I never heard before.
Oh my gosh.
And then went back to it. And it, for one, you got to pull out your dictionary for it. Like you did for a lot of this album, but this song more so than the others. But exactly like you said, I didn't really read any of the lyrics until we did our research for the next episode that's coming out next Tuesday. But when I did, I looked at it and I was like, these are weird. I don't know how she's gonna work all of these name dropping, sleaze, elegies, eulogize, insurmountable and calamitous love, wisteria. There's just so many
it's
weird.
A poem.
It's literally that's exactly it. It's a poem. There's just so many weird words that shouldn't sound good together. And Bey makes it work.
She really does. Just makes me want to be a smarter woman for her.
I think one of the things that does jump out at me immediately about this song is the chorus stands out above the rest. There's a lot of times where words in the bridge and verse kind of like fade out and I don't really hear them. The two that definitely like stand out to me is like with no one around to tweet it.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a really long time to hear that.
I was gonna say, like, when we first saw the lyrics, we're like, oh, this kind of like with no one around to tweet it.
Witches with phones or something.
Witches with cell phones.
Hunters with phones or something.
Yeah. And it's just like, how is she gonna make that sound nice? Like, I feel like it kind of sounds very cheesy. But when she sings it in this like lower register. By the end of it, it's like a whisper basically, and it just sounds so good.
It's interesting too because like I got a very 1930s. I initially said Betty Davis, but I don't know who Betty Davis is, so I can't really say that.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
I would say more like Ella Fitzgerald. I think that I don't tell me I'm wrong and that's not a person.
I mean, no, I know.
Oh, I was like, don't tell me I got her name wrong.
No, you got the name right. I just don't really see that comparison. I feel like Ella Fitzgerald is more like jazzy.
And
this song is.
I picture her singing this song in a long gown at like a very small jazz club with just like that weird old timey microphone that has like that giant circle thing on it. Like that's how I envision, and like in like the flapper style hair from Great Gatsby and everything. That's how I envision this song, and I am in love with that aesthetic.
It's beautiful. Absolutely. Just in the first line, just her singing, "Is it romantic?" I'm like, yes, it is. End of song.
End of song. It is. We've answered that question. Good. But yeah, no, I don't think we want to go too long on this, because we are going to end up doing a song breakdown, but we thought it was important enough to tack on a little bit of our reaction, our initial thoughts on it, like we did with the other songs. Might as well give this one its fair due. It's great. I did a quick ratings for it, and it ended up falling at number 9 for me on the album, which I think is insane.
Is that what you texted me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. I thought it was just another weekly power rankings. I didn't notice that the Lakes was in there. I'm gonna have to do that.
There's the Tumblr like battle songs thing that you sent me. They have one for just folklore.
Oh, yeah. Send me that.
I will. And then, so I ended up getting my rankings, and yeah, the Lakes was perfectly at number 9. I was texting my friend and I was like, I think it can probably crack top 8, but I don't think it's not like a top 5. It's probably not even a top 7, but like it's better than the bottom half of the album, I think. Well, in my opinion.
Your bottom half of the album is
my bottom half of the album.
It's such bad rankings. Oh my god. But anyways, yeah. I would say that it's probably falling at like a number 9 or somewhere on that bottom 8 section, because it's not bad, but it's just not like the other high tier songs we get off this album.
We should, when we do the song breakdown of this, we should rate it against the other bonus tracks that she's put out in her career, because I do think it's probably one of the standouts, at least in that category for me. Because I can't think of
nothing's gonna be
No Romantics. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you're predictable. That's fair, but I do think it still stands out to me in that realm of her songs. I think it might be up there with New Romantics for me. It's just so hard because the rest of Folklore is so good. Like, it was already hard enough. The other thing I was saying is, like, I could condense my top 16 to maybe a top 8, top 6 if I count ties. Like,
yeah. Well, that was the very first ranking for me. It was all ties. I sent you a picture, and I'm like, I can't break them. And
I can see, like, this could be in the top 4, like, if I tied everything. Like, I just think I really like it, and it's not unfortunate that it's on such a great album because it fits perfectly. It could have been on the original release. It doesn't feel like a bonus track at all.
Do you feel like this song completes it more than Hoax?
I think if this was on the original track listing, it would be in the middle. And that's
could see
another thing we
that.
can discuss. We can discuss where we think it would actually fall. Should it hood it? If it wasn't a bonus track. But I think we're gonna leave it with that. And we're actually gonna leave you this time. We're not gonna do any of the other closing stuff. You already heard it. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. But this has been Should Have Said So. I can't get over it. I
Should
love
have
it
said
so
so.
much. And you're gonna have to do that at the end of every segment. But
Sing
thank you
it.
guys for listening, and we'll play that outro music one more time.